at that. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be a quick unboxing and also the review and test flight of the Flybear Fx823 or the F16 Thunderbird. Keep in mind guys, this is a 2-channel plane, so it won't have ailerons, elevators, or also rudder control as well. So out of the box, as you can see, you have the plane, you have your transmitter, your 2-channel transmitter, and as well as some extra parts here. You have your charger, USB charger. You have some extra props here, and also looks like some landing gears as well. One thing I wanted to mention is the rear stabilizer does not come attached, so you do have to glue this back on there. However, it does come with some extra adhesive, some glue, some basic stuff, but it does do the job. And quickly taking a look at the plane here. Like I mentioned before, it's a 2-channel, so you're not going to have any kind of any other controls except basically just running your motors. So how it works in theory is you accelerate, it will climb, and if you want to descend, you simply just let go of the throttle, and it's supposed to go ahead and descend. To make a left or right, basically it just speeds up one side of the motor then the other to make a right or left. And one other thing that's pretty cool about this thing is that it does also come with a built-in Gyro Stabilizer inside. So in theory what it does is basically, as long as the motor is running, you can simply it'll just stabilize itself as it's in the air. But we'll put that to test later on once we fly it. The battery does actually come included. However, the battery is inside the compartment here, which is pretty neat. Let's take a look at what kind of battery we got here real quick. Okay, cool. So what we have here is a 300 milliamp 3.7 volts LiPo battery. Unfortunately it only comes with one, but I'm sure you can pick one of these up on Amazon or eBay. They're pretty cheap. And also it does have an on and off switch, so that's pretty convenient. And also has your little holes for your landing gears. Most likely we probably won't be using that. I prefer just hand launching, but maybe in the future we might go and try to take off from the ground. So the transmitter, like I mentioned before, is a 2-channel. So you have your throttle up and down, and then you also have your left and right for your turns. You have your on and off switch. Okay. The funny thing is, it actually came with batteries. If I remember correctly, it does not come with batteries, but this did, and it does take 3 AA batteries as well. So one other cool thing I wanted to also mention is the fact that it does have a rubber nose here, in case you do get into crashes or any kind of mishaps. It'll definitely save your nose. And also, yeah, I mean, as far as this paint scheme, very cool. It does have your red, white, and blue here. You have your stars, and then your USAF, and it does say United States Air Force on here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and charge up the battery. I believe the battery takes about 35 minutes to charge, and then I believe you get about estimated 8 minutes of flight time. It's probably going to vary. We'll find out. We'll see where it goes. So we'll go ahead and charge this battery up, and we'll meet you out into the field. So we're back. We're gonna go ahead and take care of the Maiden flight today. We did the unboxing in the last video. Remember, you guys, this is the F22. I'm sorry, F22. The F16 or the Fx823 Flybear, and it's a 2-channel one, right? So you don't have any kind of aileron control, no elevators. Excuse the ducks, guys. I got the ducks flying around. Wow, that was really close. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put this up there in the air. Remember, basically all it is a throttle, and then if you want to make your left or right banks, you just simply, just tap the sides here, left and right, and it'll help you make that turn, whether it's gonna be left or right. Okay, so let's go and put it in the air. Excuse the lights, guys, because it's kind of like we're talking about, close to sundown here, so Hopefully you guys can see this, okay? And remember, throw into the wind, but make sure there isn't too much wind, okay? Maximum maybe 3 to 4 miles an hour, okay? Right now we don't have that much breeze going on, so it should be pretty good. Here we go. As you can see, on that one, see I put too much throttle on it, and it started kind of climbing a little bit. So adjust your throttles lightly, and we have a little gust of wind there. And make sure when you make your right and lefts, just simply, all we're doing is just tapping, 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 okay? See, if you tap too hard, you'll notice it's gonna start nosing down, like that. So now if it starts to climb a little too high, just simply let go of the throttle, and it'll start to kind of just gradually come down, okay? But make sure you have to adjust the throttle up and down. I'm sorry, the throttle mix. And see, as you can see, like at times I give it a little too much throttle. Technically, I'm kind of fighting the wind right now. We got a little bit of a breeze. Yeah, it's coming up. As you can see, that just even 5 miles an hour is going to really affect the flight here. So we're just going to keep this real short. Like I said, all we're doing here, and we're just simply banking right. Okay. Give a little tap here, left and right, to get it straight. And I'm not even at full throttle. Keep in mind, I'm just probably at maybe half throttle right now. Okay. Obviously, this isn't going to be doing any kind of aerobatics or any tricks. It's not going to be going super fast or nothing. The point is just to basically keep it in the air. You know, that's the best part of it. So, I mean, I don't know if I can recommend this for. Oh, look at that! See, our first crash. So real simple, guys. All you're really doing, as you take off, don't give it too much throttle. You want to probably give it maybe at most half a throttle, okay? And remember, just when you make your rights and lefts, just simply bank right, tap, 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 and that's how you're going to control your turns, okay? So real quick, but before we end this video, I'm just going to take off real quick. Remember, half throttle. Look at that, perfect, perfect. And then now, just simply tap. Left and right, left and right. I would say the biggest challenge is basically just trying to fight that wind, okay? Right now we got about 5 or 6 mile an hour gusts, so we're just trying to keep it in the air. I mean, I guess it's good for beginners, just the fact that it's very durable. Very durable with crashes. I mean, we already crashed once right now. I mean, it wasn't that hard, but you know, the kind of foam that they use in these, it seems to be just fine. It hasn't really caused any kind of damages on their body. So let's go and bring it back down here. Okay, as you can hear, I'm just tapping. All I'm doing is just tapping here, just tapping. And we're making a full turn here. Oh, and we're down. So unfortunately, that wasn't a really good landing. But let me go and grab the phone.
Yeah, let go.
So that's the flight review of the Flybear Fx823 or the F16 2-channel plane. And remember, guys, just keep in mind, don't fly in heavy winds with these. They're very light, very agile, and on your turns, just make sure just to kind of just tap, right, right, and if you're gonna make a left, tap left, left. And it should be, you should have no problems. But it's a learning curve. You have to get it in the air. You're probably going to crash it a couple times, but the good thing is the kind of foam they use in this is very durable, so you don't really have too much to worry about. And just make sure to fly on probably some grass, some thick grass here like we have here. So alright guys, well that's going to go ahead and finish up our video. Stay tuned for other videos. I'm going to have other planes back up in here, and also we're going to have boats and maybe even some cars and some other interesting things too as well, okay? So make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe if you guys like my channel.